Did you know that something as simple as a mild vegetable juice, something you might overlook at your local farmer's market, could gently support your bladder and help you sleep through the night? For many seniors across the U.S., nighttime bathroom trips are more than just annoying, they're exhausting. But here's the good news. Nature might already offer a quiet solution. Bottle Gourd, Juicy. That's right, this humble, water-rich veggie drink has been cherished in traditional diets for generations. And now, many older adults are rediscovering its power to reduce those frustrating overnight wake-ups. So if you're tired of poor sleep and worried about sudden urges, keep watching. This natural drink could help you reclaim your nights. Let's be real for a moment. Waking up once in the middle of the night to use the bathroom might not seem like a big deal at first, but when it becomes 2 or 3 times a night, every night it starts to wear you down. This common issue, known as nocturia, affects nearly half of adults over the age of 65 in the United States. And while it might seem like just one more normal part of aging, it can take a real toll on your quality of life. You might find yourself struggling to fall back asleep after each trip. Maybe your joints ache as you get out of bed in the dark. You might worry about losing your balance or tripping on the way to the bathroom. Even the simple act of getting up interrupts your deep sleep, the kind your body needs to feel truly rested and to function well the next day. By morning, instead of feeling refreshed, you might feel drained, groggy, or short-tempered. Simple activities like making breakfast, doing laundry, or even reading your morning newspaper become harder to enjoy. And over time, sleep loss can also affect memory, mood, and even heart health. But it doesn't end there. Many older adults, especially those living alone or in senior communities, begin to restructure their entire lives around the unpredictable nature of their bladder. You might start limiting your water intake in the evening, not because you're not thirsty, but because you're trying to prevent those nightly wake-ups. Some people even avoid going on long car rides, visiting family, or attending community events, just in case they can't find a bathroom quickly. You might even skip that weekly bingo game or book club gathering you used to love, because the stress of needing to go suddenly and urgently feels too overwhelming. And let's not forget how this affects caregivers and spouses, too. If you're sharing a bed or a room with someone, your frequent waking may disturb their sleep as well. And if you're depending on someone for mobility support during the night, the added pressure can strain relationships and increase fall risks. This isn't just about inconvenience, it's about control, about being able to trust your own body again, sleep soundly, to move freely, to plan your days and nights without anxiety or hesitation. Bladder issues are often brushed off as just part of getting older, but that dismissive mindset can prevent real solutions from being explored. In truth, there are many natural, safe, and gentle ways to support bladder function, ways that work with your body, not against it. And one of the simplest ways to start is by looking at what you drink and when you drink it. You see, your bladder acts like a balloon that stores urine. As you drink fluids throughout the day, your kidneys filter waste and extra water from your blood, sending it to the bladder. But as we age, this system can become more sensitive. Your bladder may not hold as much as it used to, and the muscles that help you hold it may weaken. This means more trips, often at inconvenient times, especially at night, when lying down increases kidney activity and pushes more fluid toward your bladder. Now, one common instinct is to stop drinking altogether after a certain hour. And while it makes sense to cut down on liquids close to bedtime, it's also important not to become dehydrated, which can irritate the bladder lining and actually make urgency worse. The key isn't to drink less, it's to drink smarter. That's where natural, bladder-friendly beverages like bottle gourd juice can make a difference. But before we get into the drink itself, let's pause for a moment and reflect. Have you ever asked your doctor about your bladder health? Have you ever shared with a friend how this issue affects your day or your night? You're not alone. In fact, because bladder control is such a personal topic, many seniors suffer in silence. But your experience matters. Your sleep matters. Your comfort matters. And while medications and incontinence pads are often part of the picture, they're not the only tools available. In fact, many seniors prefer to start with gentler, natural options that don't carry side effects or require prescriptions. A drink like bottled gourd juice works by gently hydrating your body while also soothing the urinary tract, encouraging your system to release excess fluid earlier in the evening. That way you're less likely to be woken up during the deep, restorative phases of sleep that help with healing, memory, and energy. It's a small shift, but it can have a big impact. Now, we understand that not everyone has access to Indian vegetables like bottled gourd at their local grocery store. But here's the good news. You have options. In many U.S. supermarkets, you can find zucchini or light green squash, which share similar cooling and hydrating properties when cooked and blended into a light broth or juice. These vegetables offer the same gentle benefits for your urinary system, and incorporating this into your routine doesn't have to be a hassle. Think of it like your evening cup of herbal tonely. This time, it's made with soothing vegetables instead of chamomile, around 6:30 or 7 p.m. After dinner and before you settle in to watch the evening news or read a book, sip on a small warm cup. It doesn't need to be more than half a mug. You're not trying to flood your system, you're simply giving your body what it needs to flush out fluid gradually before bedtime. And if you're someone who enjoys flavors, a touch of grated ginger or fresh mint can add warmth and taste without stimulating your bladder like caffeine or citrus might. But more than the drink itself, this is about taking back control of your body's rhythms, about making a small, meaningful change that can help you sleep better, feel better, and even reconnect with the parts of your life that bladder anxiety may have quietly pushed aside. Because you deserve restful nights. You deserve mornings that start with clarity and calm, not exhaustion and dread. You deserve to go for that walk in the park or attend that grandchild's recital without constantly scouting for restrooms. And you deserve to talk about these issues openly with your doctor, with your friends, with this community. Sharing your story helps others know they're not alone. So if any of this sounds familiar, if you're waking up too often at night, or avoiding activities because you're unsure about your bladder, know that there are steps you can take. Simple, natural, and kind to your body steps. And it can begin with something as gentle as a warm cup of hydrating vegetable juice. You've got the wisdom, you've got the strength, and now, you've got one more tool to help you rest easy. So what's so special about this one drink? You may be wondering, how can something as simple and plain as a vegetable juice make such a noticeable difference for bladder control? It's a fair question. In a world filled with high-tech medical treatments, specialized supplements, and a pharmacy around every corner, it can feel almost too simple to believe that one mild drink could help reduce those nightly wake-ups or that constant feeling of urgency. But when we take a step back and look at how the human body works, especially as we age, it begins to make a lot more sense. Let's start by breaking it down. 1. It cools and calms the bladder lining, reducing irritation. As we get older, many parts of our body become more sensitive, and the bladder is no exception. The bladder's job is to store urine comfortably until you're ready to release it. But with age, and sometimes due to medications or diet, the bladder lining can become inflamed or irritated. When that happens, even small amounts of urine can trigger the urge to go. It's not that your bladder is full, it's that it's become overly reactive. Now, this is where bottled gourd juice or its close cousin zucchini juice comes into play. These vegetables are packed with water and have cooling, anti-inflammatory properties. When you consume them, especially in warm liquid form, they help calm internal tissues. Think of it like applying a soothing balm on a sunburn, except this balm works from the inside. For seniors dealing with an irritable bladder, whether from mild infections, sensitivity to spicy food, or even dehydration, this cooling effect can help reduce those false alarms from your bladder, so you don't feel the need to rush to the bathroom unnecessarily. Many people report that after a few days of adding this drink to their routine, the burning, pressure, or tickling sensations in the bladder area decrease, allowing for longer stretches of comfort, especially at night. 2. It helps your kidneys release more fluid earlier in the evening, giving your bladder a break at night. Here's something most people don't realize. Your kidneys don't stop working just because it's bedtime. In fact, when you lie down, your body shifts fluid from your legs and tissues back into your bloodstream, which the kidneys then filter. That's why many seniors find they urinate more at night than during the day. Even if they haven't had much to drink before bed, drinking bottled gourd or zucchini juice at the right time, about 1.5 to 2 hours before sleep, gives your body a natural cue to start releasing excess fluid earlier. It's a gentle nudge to the kidneys that says, let's take care of this now, before it's time to sleep. Unlike caffeine or alcohol, which are both diuretics and bladder irritants, this drink provides hydration without stimulation. It encourages healthy kidney function without pushing your system too hard. This means you may still urinate once or twice in the evening, but that output shifts earlier in the night, allowing you to fall into a longer stretch of uninterrupted rest once you're in bed. And for those with leg swelling, common in seniors with circulatory or heart issues, this kind of fluid timing support can help balance out that night shift of water movement the body tends to go through. It's not a quick fix, but it's a rhythm reset, one that works naturally with your body's existing systems. 3. It's light, easy to digest, and hydrating without caffeine or sugar to stimulate the bladder. One of the most overlooked factors in bladder control is digestive comfort. Heavier meals at night, rich or spicy foods, and sugary drinks can create abdominal pressure, bloating, or even constipation, all of which can put pressure on the bladder. That's why drinking something light and easy to digest is such a smart move before bed. Bottled gourd juice is over 90% water. It contains natural electrolytes like potassium and magnesium, which support healthy muscle tone, including the muscles in your urinary tract. It's also alkaline forming, which helps balance the body's pH and reduce acidity that can irritate the bladder. Compare this to other common beverages. Black tea contains caffeine, a known bladder stimulant. Citrus juices, acidic and can irritate the bladder lining. Soda or sweet drinks, high sugar content, can cause inflammation and disrupt sleep. Milk, for some, dairy can trigger mucus or digestive issues. In contrast, this gentle veggie juice provides pure hydration without any ingredients that would wake up the bladder or digestive system when it's time to rest. And if you're someone who has trouble with fiber, don't worry, you can strain the juice after blending for a smooth, broth-like consistency that's easy on your system. What if I can't find bottled gourd? Here in the US, bottled gourd may not be a regular item in every grocery store, but don't let that stop you. Many American stores, especially places like Walmart, Whole Foods, or local farmers markets, carry zucchini, which has nearly identical hydration content and a similarly mild flavor. Other alternatives include yellow squash cucumber, if peeled, and lightly steamed chayote squash, available in Latino markets. These vegetables work because they're light, watery, and alkaline forming. When blended with a bit of warm water, they mimic the effects of traditional bottled gourd juice. So whether you're shopping at your neighborhood grocery or growing zucchini in your backyard, there's almost always a way to access a vegetable without spending extra or going far out of your way. A note on realistic expectations. Let's be clear, this drink is not a miracle cure. It won't reverse chronic bladder disease or eliminate the need for medications in all cases. But what it can do is help ease the pressure, calm irritation, and support your bladder's natural rhythms, especially if paired with good habits, like reducing fluid intake 1 hour before bed, avoiding caffeine and alcohol after 5 p.m., going to the Bathroom twice before bed, once after dinner. Once before sleep, gentle pelvic floor exercises like Kegels. To strengthen bladder muscles, think of this drink as part of your daily wellness routine. Just like brushing your teeth or taking a short evening walk. It's a habit that builds resilience over time, supporting your body's natural rhythm. In many traditional cultures, food and drink aren't just fuel, they're part of a natural cycle. You wake, hydrate, nourish, move, rest, and recover, in sync with the day. Modern life, especially in Western settings, often pulls us out of that rhythm. We snack late at night, eat heavy dinners, or rely on medications to force sleep. But sometimes, the most effective remedies are the simplest ones, the ones that bring you gently back to your natural pace. Bottled gourd juice, or its humble zucchini alternative, does exactly that. It works with your body instead of forcing it. It supports your bladder gently, promotes healthy digestion, calms inflammation, and encourages better sleep naturally. How to actually use this? No complicated prep, no exotic ingredients. You don't need a gourmet kitchen, special juicer, or exotic herbs to benefit from this natural bladder-supporting drink. The beauty of this remedy lies in its simplicity, safety, and accessibility. Let's break it down step by step so you or your loved ones can easily incorporate this into your evening routine. What exactly is bottle gourd? Bottle gourd, also known as calabash laki or opo squashes, a long, light green vegetable with a smooth skin and spongy water-rich interior. It's been used for centuries in Indian, African, Chinese, and Middle Eastern cuisines, not just for its cooling properties, but also because it's easy to digest, naturally hydrating, and soothing for the stomach and urinary system. In the United States, you may not find bottle gourd listed on your local grocery shelves, but don't worry, many ethnic grocery stores, particularly Asian, Latino, or Middle Eastern markets, carry it in the fresh produce section. Look for opo squash, common label in Asian stores, calabash in Caribbean and Latino stores, or simply ask for laki if you're in an Indian market. But even if that's hard to find, no problem. Try these readily available substitutes. Zucchini, easily found in every American supermarket, from Walmart to Trader Joe's. Yellow summer squash, slightly sweeter, but still hydrating and gentle on the bladder. Cucumber, lightly steamed or blended raw, good for cooling effects, though less ideal for night use if eaten raw due to its mild diuretic property. The goal is hydrating, non-acidic vegetables that are cooling and easy to digest. How to prepare the drink? Step by step for seniors or caregivers. You can prepare this as a warm, lightly blended drink or as a thin broth soup, depending on your taste and texture preferences. Basic bottle gourd or zucchini juice. Choose a fresh vegetable. Pick one that's firm, smooth, and pale green. Avoid any with soft spots or a bitter taste. Wash and peel. Thoroughly rinse the skin under cold water and gently peel with a vegetable peeler. Peeling removes any bitterness or surface residues. Chop into chunks. Cut into small cubes or slices so it cooks evenly and blends smoothly. Boil until soft, about 10 to 12 minutes. In a small saucepan, add enough water to just cover the vegetables. Bring to a light boil. Then lower heat and simmer until soft. Blend with warm water. After cooling slightly, add the boiled gourd zucchini to a blender with 1/4 to 1/2 cup warm water. Blend until smooth. You can strain it if you prefer a clear liquid. Flavor, naturally optional. Add a pinch of fresh grated ginger or a sprig of mint if you like mild flavor. Avoid salt, sugar, lemon, or pepper. They can irritate the bladder. Drink it warm. Sip it slowly about 1 to 2 hours before bedtime, ideally around 7 p.m. This gives your body time to process the fluid before you lie down. Why 7 p.m. is the sweet spot? Timing matters. If you drink this right before bed, you may still end up waking to urinate. That's why 7 p.m., or 2 hours before sleep, is ideal for most seniors. It's after dinner, so it doesn't interfere with digestion early enough to trigger kidney filtration and urination before bedtime late, enough to help your system cool and calm itself for rest. Many seniors report that this timing shift alone, even with no other changes, reduces nighttime trips by giving their body a head start on fluid elimination. You can think of this drink as your evening wind-down tonic, instead of a late-night snack or sugary drink. It's something warm and healing that helps reset your body's nighttime rhythm. Don't like juice? Try this light soup variation. Some folks don't care for juices, and that's perfectly fine. You can prepare this in a light soup or broth form, especially helpful for those who like savory options. Light bladder-friendly soup. Follow the same steps above. Boil zucchini or bottle gourd until soft. Instead of blending into juice, mash gently or leave in soft chunks. Add 1/2 cup water or vegetable broth, salt-free. Season gently with fresh herbs like dill, basil, or mint, but avoid salt, pepper, or spicy seasonings. Sip warm from a bowl with a slice of whole grain toast. You can enjoy this while watching your favorite evening program, reading a book, or winding down with soft music. Many seniors describe it as a comforting end-of-day ritual. Helpful tips for memory and routine. If you or a loved one is dealing with mild memory loss or cognitive changes, consider these tips to make this a daily habit. Set a reminder on your phone or on your kitchen Alexa device for 7 p.m. juice time. Keep pre-chopped vegetables in the fridge, ready to boil. Make a batch for 2 to 3 days and store it in the fridge. Just warm up a cup each evening. Place a sticky note on the fridge or your pill organizer to reinforce the new habit. Remember, this is a gentle wellness habit. No rush, no stress. Even drinking it 3 to 4 times a week can bring noticeable changes over time. What seniors have shared: I've been using zucchini broth for 3 weeks now, and I can sleep nearly 6 hours straight without waking up. That hasn't happened in years. Martha, 74, Ohio. My wife and I both drink it. It's helped her with digestion, and my nighttime trips are fewer now. We call it our 7 o'clock tea. Robert, 68, Florida. My daughter preps it for me every Sunday. I sip a small cup in the evening, and it really calms my bladder. I no longer fear dozing off during church because of urgency. Diane, 77, Texas. Final encouragement: bladder control is not about willpower. It's about support, physical, emotional, and nutritional. This gentle evening drink is not just about hydration. It's a signal of care to your body. A simple but powerful habit that says, I respect my health, I value my rest, and I want to age comfortably. You don't need fancy supplements or restrictive diets, just a little knowledge, consistency, and kindness to your system. So tonight, give it a try. Whether it's a warm cup of zucchini broth or a mild blend of bottle gourd juice, sip slowly, exhale deeply, and trust in your body's ability to adapt and heal with a little help from nature. Let's dive into how to actually use this. No complicated prep, no exotic ingredients. You don't need a fancy juicer or a trip to a specialty store to start using this gentle remedy. Just a simple vegetable, a stovetop, and a little bit of evening time. So, what is bottle gourd? It's a pale green vegetable, shaped like a long squash, soft on the inside, and over 90% water. It's naturally cooling and easy on digestion. In the US, it may be labeled as opo squash or calabash, especially in Asian, Latino, or international markets. But don't worry if you can't find it. Zucchini is a perfect substitute. It's available year-round in most American grocery stores and offers similar soothing, hydrating benefits for those who prefer even lighter tastes. Cucumber steamed before blending may also work. How to prepare this simple drink: wash and peel 1 medium bottle gourd or zucchini. Chop it into chunks. Boil the pieces in water for 10 to 12 minutes until tender. Blend with a little warm water to create a thin, mild juice or broth. Optionally. Add a pinch of ginger or fresh mint, skip salt, sugar, or spices. Drink it warm about 1 to 2 hours before bedtime around 7 p.m. Works well for most seniors. This allows your kidneys to gently process fluids before sleep, not into juices. Try it as a warm soup with a piece of whole grain toast. The result is the same, calming hydration that helps support nighttime bladder comfort. Many seniors notice improvements within a few nights: less urgency, deeper sleep, and easier mornings. Why not give it a try this week? If you've been feeling frustrated, tired, or even a little embarrassed about those frequent nighttime trips to the bathroom, please consider this your gentle invitation to try something new, something natural, non-invasive, and kind to your body. You're not alone. Millions of older adults in the US deal with bladder challenges, and many silently adapt their lives around them, avoiding evening plans, limiting travel, or skipping that second glass of water out of fear they won't make it through the night. But life shouldn't shrink because of your bladder. Instead, why not explore a simple, home-based remedy? Start small. Just a few warm sips in the evening, maybe half a cup of bottled Gourd or Zucchini juice around 7 p.m. Try it for a few nights. No pressure, no expectations, just observation. There's no right result overnight. Every body is different, and that's okay. What matters is giving your system the support it needs to reestablish balance and ease. Natural remedies like this don't act like a switch. They're more like planting a seed. With patience and consistency, you may find your body adjusting gently. Give it 5 to 7 days, and notice the changes. Are you waking up fewer times? Sleeping deeper? Feeling more alert during the day? Sometimes, small steps lead to big relief. And even more importantly, they help you reclaim a sense of control, dignity, and peace in your own body, something every person deserves, especially with age. And if this video gave you hope, or made you feel understood, we'd truly love to hear from you. Leave a comment below. Have you tried this drink? Or maybe you have your own calming evening routine that helps. Your story might be the encouragement someone else needs to get started. If this helped you, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing with a friend, spouse, or caregiver. Together, we can build a space where seniors feel supported, seen, and empowered to take their health into their own hands, naturally and gently. You deserve peaceful nights, brighter mornings, and the confidence to enjoy your life fully on your terms, with comfort and joy. Take care, sleep well, and we'll see you in the next video with more heartfelt, helpful wellness tips made just for you.